I am Miranda Ndichafa. I'm an excellent cook, food lover and food blogger, food advisor and consultant. Let me take you food lovers with me into my kitchen, share my recipes, learn, ask questions and grow with me as we take a journey into tasty, flavorful, colorful, healthy, nutritious, mouth-watering and yummilicious food from my kitchen. Try a food before saying no, cause it just might be what you need. Hi yummilicious choppers, this is what we're gonna be chopping today on today's edition of Yummilicious Chop. As you can see, we have our shrimp fried rice and it has a lot of goodies. Stay tuned. Hi yummilicious choppers, welcome back. It's been a while. Today we are gonna be chopping fried rice, shrimp fried rice of course, and I'm gonna dive in and just introduce you to the ingredients of what we're gonna be using to make our fried rice today. So I'm gonna start with the rice. Here we have our already cooked rice. I took a shortcut. I did not want to start from doing everything the other recipe, so this is my own recipe for a quick fried rice. And I already boiled the rice with some salt. We have vegetable oil. My pan is already dry, so I'll just go ahead and pour some. Okay, yummilicious choppers, so we'll go ahead to put the first thing you want to put in is your chopped onion. There we go. Our oil is not too hot. I don't want it too hot. You don't want the onion to burn, but as you can see, it's cooking. It's hot enough. And then you add your green onion. In my village where I come from, we actually have a rice. Like my village is known for cultivating rice from Dop. I'm from Dop, Cameroon. Okay, so yummilicious choppers. It's smelling good, not too hot. But if you were here right now, as soon as I put the garlic, ginger, oregano, persil, and rosemary, and the pepper, you will testify that the flavor is gonna change. But if I had put this one first, it will not give me the flavor that I'm gonna be, the aroma that I'm gonna be perceiving very soon. So the timing and the placement really matters. So I'll add the salt to taste. Usually, you just put salt in food to taste. If you eat a lot of salt, go ahead and put a quantity that is right for you. So I'll go ahead and mix our egg and just go ahead to add it. So there you go. You don't want to do anything after pouring it in. Just leave it to cook. And now I want to add our shrimp. So I'll go ahead to put in our rice. You want to add the rice slowly. You stir, just because you don't want the rice to be too much. You want to put the dry spices when you put the rice. And you add your black pepper, just sprinkle a little bit, not a lot. So now that you put everything, you just stir and let it cook for say 2 minutes or 3 minutes, depending on the fire. but for me, mine is really hot. If you're using a slow heat, you can leave it for about 5 minutes. So your malicious choppers, that's our bowl. And I will go ahead to taste, just so you guys know that it was real food I was cooking. It's so hot. It's really like spicy kind of flavor, but it tastes so good. Like when you put the first spoon in your mouth, it gives you that spiciness, and I think as you continue to eat, your mouth is just gonna adapt to the spicy nature of the food. It's so yummy. So we're gonna move over to our juice. Stay tuned, guys, don't go anywhere. So guys, we are gonna be moving to doing our fruit juice, our orange juice. I already washed the oranges, just in case you're wondering. So you just use the see what we got from it. There you have it, guys, a fresh fruit juice or orange juice, and your rice, your Yummie delicious rice. So enjoy, guys, and next time we're gonna be doing something maybe African or something that I developed. I don't really know for now, but your comments and suggestions will really go a long way. Thank you, your malicious choppers, and stay tuned to more episodes. Bye. When I come into your presence, I'm so happy. When I come into your presence, I'm so glad. 'Cause in your presence there is anointing. The Spirit moves around me. In your presence, anointing breaks the yoke. When I come into your presence, I'm so happy. When I come into your presence, I'm so glad. 'Cause in your presence there is anointing. Your Spirit moves around me. In your presence, anointing breaks the yoke. Hi choppers, hi beautiful people, what's up? It's your girl Mimi. This is morning. I just woke up, so don't mind the way I look, guys, or my voice, because I've been having cold, and from time to time you're gonna hear me clear my throat, like or even cough it out. It's all natural and it's all normal. Okay, so today thank you so much for the views for the previous video and the shares to all of you who shared my video. I really appreciate you all sharing my videos, liking them and commenting. And as you can see, our subscribers have gone up to 800 and almost 900, so 890 something. And I really appreciate all of you who have subscribed and all of you who are commenting, liking and sharing the videos. Without further ado or says, today I'm gonna be talking about this topic because someone sent me a private message asking me to talk about it. Like, she was kind of wondering my own view or my own what I have to say with regards to that topic. Okay, so the question she asked me was, why is sex before marriage bad? That, to my own understanding, I should explain to her why sex before marriage is bad. And this is what I told her on the message that I typed to her. And it's what I'm going to be telling you all right now. My own point of view, or to my own understanding, or to the best of my knowledge, why I think that sex before marriage is bad and why God made it that way. Okay. let's look at it this way. If I'll give you a couple of scenarios or examples, whichever one you want to go with, okay? So take for example, a girl gets married and she is married and she is a virgin, right? Let's use months for their names. Say June, the girl's name is June. June gets married while she's a virgin, right? And September, that is her husband, gets married to her while he's not a virgin, right? Okay, so let's say the first time they ever have intercourse is during their wedding night or on their wedding night, and that was the first time they ever had sexual intercourse or anything like that. And you will see that June is not going to be curious about wanting to know how other penises taste like, or other yeah, or other stuff tastes like. She will be focused on September because that is her first husband, or that is the first person that has ever gotten into her, right? To a point where it's gonna seem as if she is kind of like obsessed with him. But because he has been doing it with other girls and he has had experience with other girls or other females, at one point he may feel like he is not maybe getting what he is getting, because maybe June may be giving him a different feeling or a different feelings, and because he has been with other girls, he has had maybe different feelings or different experiences with those girls, right? That is option number one, or scenario number one. Let's go to scenario number two. Let's take May. May is another girl and she is married to September. So I'm going to use September for all the guys. And she is married to September. And September is a guy who is a virgin and May is not a virgin, right? And so in the course of their wedding night, or that was the first time they ever had sexual intercourse or sexual relations, and because May was not a virgin when she met September, she will have this experience of maybe she had experienced different sizes, you know, and maybe September's size was not let's say, should I compare it to maybe one of the other sizes that she has had, right? So she may start having difficulties or problems with regards to that aspect of marriage, because mind you that I'm talking about sexual relations for married people. I'm not talking about fornicators or adulterers. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just kind of getting this clear to you. I'm not facilitating or promoting any fornication or any adultery or anything. So I'm just talking about why sex before marriage is not advisable, or it's not, yeah, it's not good. Okay, now let's go to the third scenario. And this girl is April and she gets married to September. April has been with other guys, September has been with other guys, right? So both of them are not virgins. And the meet, and during their wedding night or on their wedding night, they had sexual relations, and they both felt comfortable or not comfortable due to the sizes, and maybe because of the past experiences of the other sexual relations they have had before their wedding, and they may start having issues. Okay, let's go now to the fourth and last scenario, which is August, she's a girl, and September is a boy, and both of them are virgins, right? So on their wedding night, they have relation, or they make love, or whatever we want to call it. And because both of them are virgins, it all went well. Why do I say it all went well? I don't want to say the other ones went well, because there is that curiosity when you have had sexual relations before getting married, you know, especially when you're not a virgin or the other person is not a virgin. There is always this kind of feeling of maybe this is not right or this is right. right? So now the fourth scenario, the August and September scenario, is the scenario I want to use and talk more about it, why that one is right. That one is right because that is the first time that the penis is entering a vagina, and both of them are having sexual relations for the first time. So that penis size, no matter how big or no matter how small it is, right, is going to fit perfectly for that vagina, because that vagina is receiving, or yeah, accepting a penis too for the first time. So it's just going to fit. That is how God wanted it to be, to leave out all the curiosity. Is just gonna fit perfectly. Even after, when you have the only thing that may make it not fit perfectly is maybe having vagina birth. Yeah, you give birth to a very big baby, and as women, you know what happens down there in our pelvis, it opens and stuff like that. But naturally it's gonna contract. Naturally it's going to contract. It may take a longer time for some women for it to contract or shrink back, and for other women it may just take a very short time. So the one I am talking about is both of you. When both of you get married, when both of you are virgins, you will enjoy your sex. There will be no curiosity, because your his penis is going to fit your vagina is going to fit his penis, and it's going to bring this how can I put it, a mutual feeling that both of you have never felt before. One, you have never felt that way before for anybody, and there is not gonna be any curiosity. Like, you will not want to be like, oh, A is different, B is different, C is different, how come my own wife is different, right? So if you stay fidel without any sexual relations before your marriage, you enjoy you are going to enjoy your marriage, and there is not going to be any promiscuity or infidelity or cheating. The new word we are using in this world now is cheating. Instead of saying adultery, we are saying cheating, just to make it look as if it's something that is simple or it's normal, right? But it's not. So when these two last couple, August and September, who are just virgins, they get married, you see that their marriage tends to last longer. In that, yeah, the man will not be curious about how another woman's V tastes like. The woman will not be curious about how another man's P tastes like, because they are just a perfect fit. The deeper or the size of the P will fit perfectly to the size of the V, because it's the first time both of them are getting into anything like that. So that was the advice I gave my small friend who wrote to me. I'm sure she's gonna be commenting with what I wrote to her, because I wrote to her a very long stuff. So she told me that when I make a video, she's just gonna copy and paste what I had said to her, or screenshot what I said to her. And this is not far from what I told her. I told her that, to my own understanding, God made it that way because he does not want us to be adulterous. Yeah, he does not want us to have many sexual relations or many sexual partners. That is why you have to strive or try as much as possible. If you're out there and you're still a virgin, be it a man or a woman, I will advise you to keep your virginity for your husband, for your spouse, or for your wife, because that way it stops cheating, it stops curiosity, and plus it brings more blessings to you as a family. And you know that when a man or a woman starts sleeping outside, sex is not just the male sex we are seeing. When you put that P into another woman's V, or another woman open her feet for another man, right? There is spirit exchange. That is why you see some marriages just get up out of a sudden, and they are fighting, they are struggling, because a new spirit has been introduced into that union. A new spirit has been introduced to that union that is no longer maybe accepting now your own spirit or your own husband's spirit. That is why when a man cheats or a woman cheats and comes back home, let me be using cheating or adulterate, and comes back home, he or she has carried a spirit from another person and brought to their marital home, and you come and sleep with your wife or your husband, and you exchange that spirit starts fighting against the two of you. That new spirit that you have brought into your home starts is either some people go and do that and adulterate with girls who or men who are um experts in adulterating. That is their job, that is their field, and they get that spirit, and before you know it, you are just adulterating left and right, right? And then when you bring that spirit back home from that other person, because actually there's exchange of spirit bonding. That is why God says that let marriage bed be holy. That bed he is talking is not the physical bed that we look at it in our eyes. Like I said, the Bible has used a lot of figures of speech, metaphors and stuff, and other stuff, that if you read the Bible and you want to just interpret it, because it says, Jesus says, if your left eye cause you to sin, take it out. That is not what he meant. He was using a metaphor, like I said in our previous video, right? He was just meaning that if your eye causes you to sin, take it out, meaning turn the eye away from that thing that is causing you to sin. If your hand is causing you to sin, cut it. He did not mean that you should cut your hand. He meant that you should keep away, cut that link. Whatever is making you to sin, cut it, cut that thing, stop that thing, right? So when husbands or wife they go out and they sleep with this new person, this new girl, maybe that girl has not had children. Let me put it for example, has not had children, and her V is tight, and your wife has had children for you, right? Now you start getting a feeling that you had been getting before from your wife before she had children. And what happens? You start thinking that your wife is not giving you enough, right? And what happens? It creates this more curiosity atmosphere for you, where you start looking like, oh, if this girl is sweeter or tasting better than my wife, it means if I try this other girl, how is she gonna taste, right? So, oh, this other man, how is he gonna taste? That is why God is telling us to keep our marriage bed holy and stay away from adultery, because adultery is the highest thing that cripples a marriage. It's not communication, it's not a respect. When you adulterate, ask yourself one question. If you're in a marriage home and problem starts coming in, ask yourself, where did that problem come in from? You start disrespecting your husband. What happened? You have met some other person that you're giving your respect and loyalty to. You start disrespecting your wife. What happened? You have met some other person that has taken away that part from you spiritually, because you two are no longer born again. Somebody had come in the middle of that bond that you two had. Before you know it, misunderstanding, miscalculation, interpretation. You two are no longer, should I say, perfect for each other. You two are no longer compatible, because what? Somebody came in and stole. Somebody came in and create a disconnection between you and your spouse. That's why I advised her, and I was telling her that, because she was saying that her boyfriend was kind of pressuring her for sex before he proposed to her. And I was telling her that she should not give in to that, because at the end of the day, she's the one that is going to suffer. Because after, maybe he has had so many girls, like she told me, he has had so many girls. He is going to find her maybe different from all the other girls. And at the end of the day, what happens? What happens? It will not last long. So as long as you tell someone you're still a virgin, and they cannot wait until they get married to you, and they begin to tell you stories of, oh, if we don't do it, I'm not going to get married to you. So be it. So what? So what? You're not even worth it, if that is the case, because anyone that is worth it will wait. Anyone that is worthy, that knows what it means for you to keep yourself before, keep yourself until that day, or giving it to that person who deserves it, will respect that decision that you made and stay with you. It may not be the same for you, it may not be the same for another girl. Some marriages still work even when the husband cheats, or even when the wives cheat, right? Some marriages still work, but most marriages that have the fear of God in them, like the deep fear of God, the husband and the wife, things no longer come be the same again. Things are no longer the same again, especially if you do it and you lie about it.
Especially if you do it and you tell the other person and the other person has a forgiving spirit and you both forgive each other and move past it, right? When you forgive each other, you create this opportunity where you stop that other spirit, and before you know it, things start flowing back into place in your marriage. But when one person is kind of like, no, I did not do it, the other person is like, okay, you did not do it, but our marriage is sinking and sinking and sinking, right? It's kind of in a place where it puts the marriage in this tough position where the forgiveness is not coming in because one person is lying. But if there is truth in that marriage, yes, I did it, yes, I had gone out of this marriage because of this or that, and the other person opens up and forgives you, things start to fall back in place. But if not, you will see that before you know it, some of these marriages that we see outside here that just get up from nowhere and they were good, they were fine, and then out of a sudden something just happened and they fall apart. Understanding is gone, communication is gone, the man is disconnected from the wife is disconnected from the husband. It's only one thing I always say that caused that is adultery. A new spirit has been introduced into that union, that spirit is now striving and fighting. Like, comment, subscribe. Part 2 of this is gonna be coming out soon. Ciao. Hi, your malicious choppers. It's your malicious host Mimi, and on today's your malicious chop, I decided to come up with what I call a quick fix, your malicious quick fix or easy fix that is only gonna take you about maximum 5 minutes to put something together to eat for breakfast, lunch, dinner, a snack, or whatever time it is that you would like to try this recipe out. So this recipe, I am making a simple hamburger. This is a hamburger, and I'm gonna be putting all the things together so you guys can see it. And I just have my cup here to make a my peanut butter powder tea, or should I say chocolate, hot chocolate, or a cup of peanut butter with warm water. That's all, no sugar. And this is really good too for those who are trying to weight watchers, for those who are trying to lose some weight. And over there we have, I can't believe it's not butter, and we do have, so it's margarine, and we do have our coleslaw dressing that I'm going to be using for over the chopped cabbage, carrot, yeah, chopped cabbage and carrot. And right there we have our cheese. And so guys, stay tuned and watch me bring this plate alive. So my precious, your malicious choppers, you want to go ahead to use your, can't believe it's not butter, it's margarine, and spread it on your hamburger, the bread, and you spread it evenly on on both sides, just because you want to get equal balance as you chew on your burger, or your burger. So the next thing you would want to add would be the cheese. You go ahead and put the cheese. I'm not going to be using all my cheese, only because I don't want to have a lot of cheese in it. So when you add the cheese, the next thing you want to add will be your cabbage. You just put it on top and then you add the coleslaw on it. That's the coleslaw dressing. You can use butter. You can use, if for butter, you can replace margarine with butter. And with the coleslaw dressing, you can replace it with any salad dressing you have that you can use on your salad. So your malicious choppers or choppers. So you want to go ahead and put the dressing on top of the cheese, just because the other side of the salad needs to get or absorb some of the salad dressing or the coleslaw dressing. So I'm gonna be putting that, you see. So now that we added our chopped cabbage on top of the dressing, you want to add more of the dressing on top of it, just to get an equal balance, and then you add a little bit more of the cabbage. Put the quantity that you like, and then you add a little bit more of the coleslaw, and then you go ahead and get into chopping your easy fix for the day. Your malicious chopper. So I'll just show you what I did. I put that already, the dressing on top already. So I'm just adding a little bit more of the vegetable. So your malicious choppers, this is how it looks at the end of the day. You want everything to balance. You can take this up. The process is just the same. It's a good recipe for those of you trying to lose weight, and you have all the protein in here. This is the carbs and then the vegetables, so it's kind of like a balanced diet. It's complete. So I'm just gonna go ahead to put 2 teaspoons of the peanut butter powder. That's granite for those of you back home in Africa or Cameroon. That's granite. You just grind. You can grind granite and you know blend it to get the powder form, and then you. My young malicious choppers. That's the end of it. How does it look? Tell me what you think about this easy fix recipe of our coleslaw hamburger and our peanut butter tea to go with the coleslaw. Tell me what you think and drop your comments, like, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so. And don't forget to hit on that notification um, sign, the little bell by the subscribe button, so when I make easy fix like this one, you would be able to watch and see them. Thank you so much. Stay tuned to your malicious chop, your number. It was when I never knew you that you came into my life. You have always thought about me, but I never thought about you. It is your presence that makes a difference. It is your presence that makes me smile. When I see your beautiful face, as you look at me in that crowd, I know you're the one for me. It is your presence that makes a difference in my life. Ooh, it is your love that makes a difference in my life. Yeah, yeah. It is your love that makes a difference in my life. Hi, beautiful choppers. What's up? Yay! We got to a 1,000K subscribers. Can you believe that? It's all the Lord's doing. I keep saying this to myself. Whether you subscribe or not, you like or not, you share or not, you comment or not, the Lord always uses people that you do not know to lift you up. Never you ever count 100% on the people that are in your life. You know what? It's the same like he says in the Bible that if we do not praise him, he will make stones to praise him. If we do not worship him, he will make the leaves in the skies and on the trees to worship him. You know what? If you haven't yet subscribed, if you haven't liked or comment on the videos or even share the link or just share one of the videos to help and teach somebody, you better start doing so. Don't be left out of the choppers group, you know. This is just to tell you that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and that Miranda, yes, I do need your subscription. I need your likes. I need your comments. I need your shares. I need everything that you can possibly say to improve that channel, or for me to improve that channel. Woohoo! Your malicious choppers. Woohoo! I'm so excited. I'm so happy. I don't even know how to show my excitement or my joy for getting to 1K subs. You pass my mouth for talk. I go follow Jesus, so day I die. I go follow Jesus, so day I die, because I know it's the Lord's doing. It's not by my power. I have people who are family members that have not subscribed, who do not comment, who do not share, who do not give me advice. I have people who are friends who just look at it and be like, there she goes again. I have people who do not know me, that have liked, they have commented, and to all of you, my favorite, your malicious choppers that always keep your comment coming. You know what? You have a special place in my heart, and for that I say thank you to everyone who has subscribed and to everyone who has ever shared that video. I pray this morning and I thank God for your life, that He should continue to preserve your life, to continue to uplift and build other people up. Thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. I'm begging, please do so. Yeah, malicious choppers. Hi choppers, may your day be as bright and colorful as this bowl of fruit. You have grapes. You have 3 types of grapes here. This is type 1, type 2, this other one, raspberry, blueberry, the green grape, pineapple, raspberry, and this is roseberry, and this is, come on, strawberry. So that's how your day is gonna be, as beautiful and as bright as this bowl, full with so much love, care. This bowl has everything: love, care, peace, harmony, money, health, success, and long life. Yep. So enjoy this bowl, your malicious choppers, and stay tuned. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Usually I just make the bowl like this and leave it up here for a few say 1 or 2 hours. We eat, and when everyone is full of it, we put it in the fridge. But today I'm not sure that I'm going to be leaving it out here because it's hot, although the AC is on, but I feel like taking it and put it in the fridge just so that it chills out for a bit, you know. So that's how the weekend goes in my house. We just eat a lot of food. Hi everyone, this is your girl Mimi. So I'm making cowpeas, some chicken. I just added the not chicken, fish and dry fish, smoked fish, and then the meat. I'm making cowpeas. What we call in our local language is where or where or where, either one. So this is how I do my own. Then on this side, I'm gonna fry my onion, crayfish, and then put everything in here, add the leaf in it, and I'm good. Okay, you'll see the end. Yes, so I'm cooking where the goofy looks. Yeah, then I'm frying the other stuff here to add in here. So let's put our leaf. Can't wait. So I just added the cowpeas leaf. What we call where. Now so husband say one chop and see my make another style. I wanted to just fry it in oil, just that country style way, just fry it with oil so and dry fish. Just the chop fufu. So this is how I made it. Oil, I just put tomato and onion, chopped tomato, and then I added 1 Maggi crevette, and then I had already added the crayfish in here. See that color, it's coming out already. Let's do the transfer. Oh, looks like I'm gonna be adding more oil. We'll see. So this heat here is still on. That's why you see it cooking, because the heat is still on. With some fufu. This is what we are eating for our anniversary: cowpeas and some fufu, because I am an African woman. Okay, I just added the oil. It's cooking. It's gonna cook for like 5 more minutes. Okay, and then I turn the fire off because my pepper is just out of the freezer. It's still very hot. My spicy pepper, very hot, very spicy. Yeah.
That's how we're gonna eat it today. I don't taste, I only taste with this. I can't wait.
Seeing eyes of mine, what do you feel beside? I don't know where we're gonna fly like you did sometimes. Seeing eyes of mine, love, 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 I wanna be strong, strong. We're doing wrong, 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 but I'll try to fix it. Love, 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 I wanna be strong, strong. We're doing wrong, 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 but I'll change it, change it. Seeing eyes of mine, you see, there are no trees inside of me. In this desert I can look at you with love. Seeing all that I can learn. Can you stay and I will grow, grow the hanging gardens of Babylon. Love, 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 I wanna be strong, strong, strong. We're doing wrong, 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 but I'll fix it, fix it. Love, 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 I wanna be strong, strong, strong. We're doing wrong, 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 but we'll change it, change it. I would like to tell you
Welcome food lovers and food likers. This is Miranda on Yummie Delicious Food, and today we are going to be making fufu corn, vegetable and kati kati, as you can see in front of me. So don't move an inch, stay put, and if possible just share with friends so they watch alongside with you as I take you through the process of making fufu corn, vegetable and the kati kati. Thank you, stay tuned. I am Miranda Ndichafa. I'm an excellent cook, food lover and food blogger, food advisor and consultant. Let me take you food lovers with me into my kitchen, share my recipes, learn, ask questions and grow with me as we take a journey into tasty, flavorful, colorful, healthy, nutritious, mouth-watering and yummie-licious food from my kitchen. Try a food before saying no, cause it just might be what you need. I'm gonna take you right away into the ingredients or the things we need to make fufu corn and vegetable soup while in America. So right here we do have the spinach, that's frozen spinach. I kind of use hot water to defrost it and leave it to sit for a bit, and I squeeze it really dry as you can see, and I make them in balls. Then I have the chopped tomatoes. You can either use the fresh ones or the canned one. I have salt right here, table salt, iodized salt, and I have black pepper. I have the spicy hot pepper from Africa. I have Maggi cube for Maggi cubes and vegetable oil, tomato paste. I have green onion, and palm oil, corn flour, plantain leaf to wrap the fufu corn in it. And we do have the chicken. So I'm going to begin by making the corn fufu first because it's easy to make. What we need to make the corn fufu is just water and the corn flour. So what I'm going to do is grab my pot right here. It's not going to be a lot of corn fufu, so we want to put the water to the level or the quantity we want for the corn fufu. So I'm going to go ahead to put some water in the pot and leave it on the gas or on the stove to boiling. And as the water boils, what we do is I can still go ahead to there's water here already, and just leave it to boil too. So while we are cooking the corn fufu, we can add if we need more water in the corn fufu. So while that is getting ready, this is a little secret with corn fufu that you shouldn't miss. You would want to put water in a bowl and put a little bit of your corn flour in the bowl and stir it. That's the first thing you put in the water when it boils. I'm not going to be putting a lot because this is just so that we don't have lumps in the corn fufu. So I'm going to stir using my spatula until it's smooth. So when the water boils, we add this mixture into it and stir until it thickens. And when it starts boiling, we go ahead to cook the corn fufu.
This way it helps to make the corn fufu smooth and yummy. Okay, there we go. Some people like it watery, but I like it this way because we already have water in there and we don't want to miss the quantity of water. So I'll go ahead and set it aside and then talk to you about the ingredients we have here. So right here we have the chicken. Let me walk you through the process of making this chicken. I steamed the chicken for about 20 minutes and took it out. That was just because I wanted the salt to really get inside the chicken, and the Maggi cube, I used this Maggi cube inside it, and so I boiled for like, steam for like 10 minutes and then put it in the oven. This is oven baked kati. It's not the one that you do on the fireplace that has all the flavors from the firewood. So I put it in the oven for I think about 45 to 1 hour, I would say. And I don't want it to be really burned because the original kati will have these burns all over it. But as you guys know, our bodies need the best, so I don't want us to eat burnt food. So I'm giving you guys the golden brown, and although it has a little bit of burn, just so it has the name kati as we know it. So the chicken is ready to go, and the only thing we'll be putting in the chicken will be the palm oil. The palm oil is gotten from the palm fruit. For those of you who don't know what palm oil is, it's gotten from the palm fruit. We're going to be using the palm oil. We're going to be using a little bit of Maggi and salt to taste, and just a little bit of tomato, and this tomato paste right here, just so it thickens and gives it a good look, I would say. I kind of washed it this morning and squeezed it. You have to squeeze it really dry. And I got the chopped tomatoes, and I told you already about the black pepper. Some people will be wondering what black pepper has to do with vegetable, but I do add a little bit of it just for flavor and the calmness that it brings to your tummy. It suits your tummy, especially with those who have difficulties eating vegetables. And we do have the onion. I choose this one because the flavor in vegetable makes it good, tastes good, and it looks good to blending in the vegetable. I have the green onion here, I showed you guys, and these hot peppers. The plantain leaf is gotten from plantain. I got this too from a Mexican store, and I kind of baked the plantain leaf. You'll be wondering how, because usually back home we kind of use a fireplace and we want the leaf over just to create this texture so it doesn't break. So what I did was I washed the leaf and I baked them I turned on my oven and it was hot. I put the leaf, I stayed there and I washed the leaf, because if you take your eyes off it in just seconds it's gonna burn. So that's what I did. And you can also use warm water. Sometimes I do use warm water. You can also use warm water to make it look this good. So you'll be able to wrap your fufu or whatever thing you have to wrap with it. I guess you guys will be seeing me use this leaf a lot. It's better than using the foil paper. It's better than using any other wrapping paper that you know, because it's nutritious. Even though it looks like this, it gives flavor, taste to your fufu, and it's healthy. That's why I choose the plantain leaf instead of the foil paper. In this case, because I'm going to be making the fufu first, I'm going to be putting it in here to stay warm, so by the time we're eating it's not cold. We don't have to use a microwave. So now our water is boiling. What I'm going to do is add the corn flour that I mixed up earlier on, and I'm going to be using a wooden spoon to stir the mixture. As you can see, the texture is now thick. It's not watery. It's just how I would like it to be. So go ahead. After stirring, you want to leave it for a little bit to cook. it again just to check to see if there are any lumps in it. And if there are, you just use your spoon. Then you go ahead to add your corn powder. It's a little hard. Looks like we're going to be adding some water. But before I do, I'm going to put some flour, more flour in it first. So I'm adding the hot water in it. The reason why you want to use hot water is just to keep the consistency of being hot. You want to cover the whole thing and leave it to cook. Can you see how smooth this looks? That's because we use the first one we put, the first flour we put it in cold water and then put it into hot water. That's why we have this smooth mixture. Now that it's looking good, we want to put it back on the fire, kind of like to let the water that is there get dry, because I think it still has a little bit of water. So we're just gonna leave it here for about 2 minutes or 3 minutes on a low heat. So what you want to do is you want to fold the fufu nicely. It gives a good flavor to it. And you fold left and you fold right. In this case, because we're not using fork paper, so what I'm going to show you using fork paper, you want to put it in your hot or cold bag. Set it aside. We're going to be moving to the vegetable right now. That's the spinach. So what I do is I'm going to put the pot on the side and add some oil, the vegetable oil. That's what we're going to add in the pot. And leave it to get hot, not too hot, but just right. And you give it a good stir. Okay guys, you want to constantly stir just so it doesn't burn under. Alright guys, we want to add go ahead and add the onion, the chopped onion. Not all of it because we are reserving some for the kati, but I think most of it in this case because the kati doesn't even need any spices. The original kati is done with just palm oil, salt and Maggi cube, nothing. But I like to put a little bit of the onion just for flavor and taste. Like I said, it's gonna be yummy-licious. So you want to constantly stir the tomato and the chopped onions. And just look at this. Looking good so far. I like it. Some people would like to put the onion first before the tomato, but that burns it up. So what I do is I put the tomato because it has more water. Nothing burns. I don't like burnt food. It's not a good thing eating food that is burned. It's not healthy, and plus there's no taste. So let's go for the best if we can. So now that everything is mixed up, I would want to add the pepper, the yellow pepper. I'm going to be adding that. I think 5 of them. Just put all. And I'm not going to squeeze it out so it's spicy. I'll just leave it in there. Whoever wants their vegetable to be spicy will squeeze it out. That's why I did not blend the pepper. And so right now I'll go ahead, put the fire on a low and add our vegetable. So with the vegetable, you just want to take a ball and hold it and you scatter inside the pot. I'm going to do 3 and stir just to see, because I have a whole lot of it here, just to see that it blends with the tomato. I don't want the vegetable to be more than the sauce, the tomato sauce. So what I'll do right now is to just stir it and see if we need to add more of it. Looking good so far. Guys, to get it, to give it a good mix, let's go ahead and add 1 more ball, and then we'll add the green onion. We don't want the flavor from the green onion to lost or to get dry in the food. So I'll go ahead to put all the green onion. It gives it a good flavor. Most people don't put the green onion and the black pepper, but I do. And once you try this recipe, you're gonna stick to it, I promise you. So after doing that, you want to go ahead to add your salt now to taste. I personally, I don't really eat a lot of salt. I eat medium salt. So I'll put and taste and see. And it's almost ready, guys. We don't want to overcook the vegetable because it was already cooked before. Like I told you guys, it was frozen. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead to taste the salt just to make sure that I don't put a lot of Maggi cube in it. It's cool. Alright. So we want to go ahead and scatter the Maggi cube in it. I think 2 will be good. It's just kind of like, you don't want to put the whole cube in it because it's gonna hide in there. It's vegetable. You have to use your hand to kind of break it or scatter it however you like it. Some people put it in water, but I use my hand just to crush it. The black pepper is the last thing I put inside. Like I said, it's just to soothe your tummy if you have problems with vegetable digesting a vegetable or something. Plus it gives it a good flavor and taste too. Okay guys, so we're gonna go ahead to put the black pepper. I don't think I'll be putting all of this. This was a tablespoon, so I'll just sprinkle a little bit on top of the vegetable. So that will be like a teaspoon that I put inside. You want to give it a good mix to balance and good taste too. You don't want to be eating only black pepper. And voila, it's ready. Our vegetable is ready. So what we do is just cover it and move over to doing the kati. And once it's done, I'll show you how to save it on the plate. Hi guys, this is palm oil for the kati. That's the chicken, the baked chicken I would say. And you want to put the oil in the pot first. The pot was too hot. Palm oil, gotten from palm nuts. For those of you wondering what palm oil is, it's from palm nut. So you don't have to bleach it, because you can actually bleach this oil and it looks like the vegetable oil. So we don't want to bleach it, or we don't want it too hot. So I'm just going to go ahead into everything. I don't want cholesterol. Bleaching it will give us high cholesterol in the oil, and we don't want that. So we go ahead to put the tomato. Some people don't put it, they just put the oil and the chicken and they eat, but I don't really like it without the tomato. The tomato just gives you that thickness, and this is the tomato paste. You just add it in it for the thickness and the taste. You want to stir it. See how cute this looks. And it looks yummy. Add the rest of your chopped onion. You give it a good stir just to have everything in place. And in this case, we're going to put in our Maggi cube, the 2 cubes, just because it's hard, so the oil gets it and makes it soft. It's better to put the Maggi cube right now before you put the chicken, because that way it's not missing inside. And I'm just using the spoon right now to crush the cubes. There we go. What you want to do is put the chicken in. After putting the cube, or just put the chicken in. Put the chicken in and add some water. A little bit of water is just so the flavor of everything gets in the chicken. Guys, just look at this. This is yummy. This is looking delicious already. I'll go ahead and add the salt to taste. Just sprinkle a little bit. The chicken was boiled with, was baked with salt, and it was equally steamed for 10 minutes with salt. We don't want a lot. Okay, guys, the kati kati is ready, or the chicken sauce, as I call it, or the chicken is ready. What makes it kati kati is the burnt chicken and the palm oil. That's the main thing that makes it kati kati. So I'm gonna go ahead to save it on the plate for you guys to see. I'm gonna save it 2 ways that is being done. The way you save it to elderly men and the way I like to eat it. Okay, guys, so we have our food here. The vegetable spinach, and we have the kati kati here, the chicken, and we have area here. Go see, baby. Okay, so what we want to do is, I'm gonna save it how I like it, and then the way you save it to your guests or your dad back home, an elderly person. The way I like food is, I usually like to put everything on the leaf, just the traditional way. For me, that's how I like it, in the traditional way, just to get the flavor. And this fufu is getting in the way, so I'll get it this way. And you want to put your vegetable. If you don't have kati kati by the side, what I usually do, if I don't make kati kati, I'll put the salmon fish, the smoked salmon fish, inside the vegetable. That's what I do. I put the smoked salmon fish inside the vegetable, and or meat, or however, even the chicken, you can just cut it into bits and put in the vegetable. So you want to dish out your vegetable. If you want pepper, you can put that. I am going the traditional way. We never had plates back home in Africa. We ate on leaves, and the flavor was good. So we said the Westerners brought plates to us. We used the calabash, as we know, from pumpkin, the pumpkin skin. So what we do next is we put the chicken, the kati kati, you put it by the side of your plate. Usually in parties, people will be scrambling and fighting for the kati kati. Yeah, so you put the kati kati by the side. If you want to eat a lot of it, you can go ahead and take as much as you want. And then you can put some of the tomato sauce over the kati. And usually it's done very spicy in a way that people won't really rush to eat it all. But I don't like spicy. I put spice pepper in my food when I'm asked to by my guests. So this is the first way you will dish out kati to serve it for yourself or for your guests. They would like it. My dad usually likes it like this, but for me, I like it like this too because it's the original way for kati. And now, if you have guests coming over, what I usually do is I use different bowls just because they are not familiar with the food. And what happens is I take out the kati just so they are not frightened with what this is, like what's that? And I put the vegetable by the, no, not by the side, in a bowl, a separate bowl. That's how some people would like it, to eat it separately. You want to dish out the quantity you like. Usually let the vegetable be more than the corn fufu or more than the starch. And you have that. You put by the side and you get another bowl for the chicken. You want to put the chicken in the bowl like this. And you put the sauce over it. And more oil because the fufu is usually eaten with oil. I do not really like eating oil a lot, but others do. That's what makes the food traditional, I would say. And for someone who wants more for the chicken, you can always add it or put more for them. Guys, there you have your fufu, your vegetable spinach, and your kati ready to go. So this is the end product of what we've been doing throughout. We have the fufu and we have the vegetable spinach. We have the chicken that is known as kati, and this is how you can usually save it. You would want to save it in a plate the way you like it. So I decided to bring out the two ways in which you can save it. This is how I like it, and it gives me that feeling of home, of a time where there was no plate and the food was eaten originally like this. And this is how you want to give someone that is new to it, except they would want this. And so guys, this is the end of it. I'm gonna try it so you can see my Yummilicious face as I eat it. It's really yummy. Just looking at it, you can testify that it's gonna be so tasteful and mouth-watering. This is how you take it. You take from left to right, and there you go, guys. It's so good. And voila. So guys, don't forget to like it. Don't forget to give me your comments, your reviews. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to tell friends about your delicious food, because I'm here and I'm gonna be giving you guys your delicious foods every Saturday. So just stay tuned with me and continue to eat your delicious food with me. Bye bye. Some people can't stand it, but with this is
time, but it's